Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Ala Nadira binti Abdul Aziz. I'm from Group 7. So today, I want to talk to you guys about topic or issues that we pick for this assignment for psychology, which is the role of technology in personalized learning. Personalized learning is an approach to education where teaching, lesson and activities are tailored to fit each student's individual needs, interests, abilities, and learning styles. So basically, it means students learn in a way that works best for them. So personalized learning works through individual pace, which is students move through lessons at their own speed, faster if they understand quickly or slower if they need more time to understand the topic. So secondly is about custom goals, which is each student has learning goals based on their strength, weakness and interests. Or we can go to use of technology, which is digital tools like learning apps or platform often help track progress and adjust lessons automatically. Or flexible teaching methods, which is teachers use different strategies like group work, digital tools, and hands-on activity to match how each student learn best. So, one of them is AI-based learning apps, which is tools like Duolingo adjust their lesson speed based on each student's progress. This helps learners move at their own pace and track improvement easily. So secondly is adaptive assessment tools, which is platforms such as Kahoot or quizzes give feedback instantly and identify weak areas. So students can focus more on what they need to improve. So thirdly is blended learning. So teacher can combine classroom discussion with online learning, for example, YouTube tutorials or simulation. So this balances teacher guidance with independent learning. So what is the role of technology in personalized learning? So firstly is to adapt lessons. Technology allows teachers to modify lessons based on students' abilities and progress. So secondly is student-centered environment. So using technology can engage collaboration, creativity, communication, and critical thinking in learning. So thirdly is flexible learning. So this flexibility will support self-paced learning for students. So the fourth is self-directed learning, which is helps students become more responsible and independent learners. So why is personalized learning is important in modern education? So firstly is for engage and motivate students. Personalized learning makes lesson more interesting because students learn through topics or methods they enjoy. This keeps them active and motivated in class. So secondly is encourages self-learning. It helps students take charge of their own learning. They learn to set goals, manage time, and find solutions independently. So thirdly is supports diverse learning needs. So every student learns differently. Personalized learning allows teachers to adjust lesson based on each student's pace, ability, and interests. Lastly, prepare students for the 21st century. So personalized learning builds important skills like critical thinking, creativity, and digital literacy skills that students need for the modern world and future careers.
Now I will explain about positive and negative effects. For the positive effects of technology on students, the first one is how it enhances intrinsic motivation. Interactive digital activities can make learning more enjoyable for students. According to the self-determination theory by Daisy and Ryan, technology helps fulfill three basic psychological needs, which are autonomy, competence, and relatedness. When these needs met, students naturally become more motivated and more willing to learn on their own. The second positive effect is an increase in self-efficacy. Many learning applications provide immediate feedback and allow students to practice repeatedly. According to Bandura, mastery experiences are the most powerful source of self-efficacy. When students experience small, consistent successes through technology, they gain more confidence and feel more capable of completing challenging tasks. The third positive effect is improved engagement. Multimedia elements such as videos, animation, and simulations help capture students' attention and increase interaction. This is supported by the cognitive affective theory of learning with media by Moreno and Mayer, which explain that meaningful learning happens when visuals and audio work together. As a result, learning becomes more active, more immersive, and more meaningful for students. Now, for the negative effects for technology on students, the first issue is screen addiction. Many digital platforms use rewards loops such as likes, badges, and streaks, which encourage students to stay online longer. This is explained through operant conditioning by Skinner, where rewards threaten repeated behavior. Over time, this can lead to dependency on digital stimulation. The second negative effect is reduced social interaction. When students spend too much time on device, their face-to-face communication decreases. This affects their social development, which Vygotsky's social development theory emphasizes as an essential part of learning. Students may become less confident and collaborating with others or engaging in interpersonal communication. The third negative effect is cognitive stress or cognitive overload. Students are constantly exposed to notification, multitasking, and dense digital content. Based on Sweller's cognitive load theory, working memory has a limited capacity. When too much information enters at once, student experiences overload, which leads to stress, lower focus, and a decline in academic performance.
Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about psychological analysis in key theories. The first one we call as self-determination theory. This is in Ryan. Motivation increases when students have autonomy supported through technology. For the second one is Vygotsky zone of proximal development. Technology can act as scaffolding to help students learn beyond their current level. For the supporting studies, the first one is UNESCO reports highlight that digital tools can improve student engagement when used effectively. EdTech. For the second one, EdTech research shows that interactive technology helps support personalized learning.
Okay, now I will explain about practical recommendations. For the practical recommendations on using technology for personalized learning, the first suggestion is to use adaptive learning application. These are platforms that automatically adjust the difficulty level according to a student's performance. Examples include Khan Academy, Centrita, and Alex, ALEKS. Schools can also use learning analytics to study student progress and tailor instruction more effectively. For instance, a Form 1 science teacher can review data from Google Classroom quizzes to identify which students require additional remedial support. The second recommendation is to provide proper teacher training in technology integration. This involves conducting workshops on digital pedagogy, how to use educational apps, and how to design effective technology-based lessons. Training ensures that teachers use technology in meaningful ways rather than simply adding it for the sake of novelty. A good example is how many universities train their lecturers to use learning management systems such as Moodle and Canvas. The system helps lecturers monitor students' engagement and customize learning materials based on student needs. The third recommendation is to create a healthy balance between digital and physical learning. This can be achieved through blended learning, where online modules are combined with hands-on activities, experiments, and classroom discussions. This balance helps prevent students from becoming overly dependent on screens while still promoting active learning. For example, a school may use virtual stimulation to introduce scientific concept and then follow up with physical lab experiments to reinforce understanding. The fourth recommendation is to establish strong digital safety policies and monitor screen time. Schools should provide clear guidelines on device access, online privacy, and cyberbullying, and responsible digital citizenship. Teachers can also use classroom management tools such as Google Family or Apple Screen Time to track students' device access. In many schools, practically measures such as the tech-free zones during recess help encourage students to socialize face-to-face, and students are also required to follow safe browsing rules taught during ICT lesson.